Hello and welcome to Sadhana World Foundation. As you know, we care about crafting young lives. We present stories focused on moral values. We believe that these stories help our young children and young adults become stronger and better human beings. Today, we are going to talk about the age old saying, as you sow, so you reap, or what goes around comes around. It's all about karma. Some of us believe in karma, some of us do not. But irrespective of it, what this famous age old saying tells us is about being good to others. That's very simply the message that's embedded in this small saying, a very simple thing which says, as you sow, so you reap. In the olden days, there was a monastery, a farmer who used to visit that monastery often. He used to notice that there is somebody at the door. The monk who is in charge of the door, he opens the door for the visitors who are entering in. He has a very lonely life. He works there alone. So he had a good leaning mentally towards that doorman, the monk who was at the door. Once he took a bunch of grapes and presented that to the monk at the door. The monk was surprised that why are you giving me these beautiful bunch of grapes? By the way, they look very nice. Why are you presenting this to me? The farmer said, many months ago, when there was drought, he didn't have enough food. He used to go to that monastery hoping that his fate will become better. Apparently, this monk at the door had presented him with some bread and with some fruits. So he had a sense of gratitude towards this person at the door. So he presented the bunch of grapes. The doorman thought for himself that what will I do with these grapes? My basic necessities have been taken care. So let me present it to the priest. The priest looked at the grapes and was very impressed with the grapes. They were so beautiful, the grapes were so full, so nice, creation of nature. The priest thought that the grapes can be best consumed by one of their other monks who has been sick for a long time, who's in that monastery. So the priest sent the grapes to the sick man. The sick man was amazed to look at those fresh grapes which were so nice and appreciated the grapes. The sick man thought for himself that the cook in the monastery is working so hard and taking personal care because he is sick. So he thought of gifting those to the cook who's taking care of the sick man. The chef was very happy to receive those grapes. He appreciated the grapes. He looked at them. He thought that, oh wow, they're so nice, so beautiful. Maybe some beautiful dish can be cooked out of this. So he took those grapes. He went to the kitchen. But he thought for himself, maybe his assistant who has been working so hard day and night alongside him in cooking good food and helping him cooking good food should enjoy those grapes. So he gave those grapes to the assistant chef. The assistant chef thought for himself that, wow, they're so nice, maybe I should eat them. But he thought that maybe it should be offered to the Lord, offered to the God. So he took those grapes to the head priest of that monastery. The head priest was happy to receive the grapes and he thought that these grapes look so wonderful, beautiful creation of the nature. A devotee has gifted this, has brought it to the monastery. Very nice. So he kept the grapes for a while. He thought for himself. In that monastery, there was a novice who had just come in, who was uninitiated, who was still learning. the life at monastery. So the head priest of that monastery thought that it would be good if this bunch of grapes are given to the young person who had just come, the novice who had just come, so that he could appreciate the creation of nature, the power of the supernatural being that is in charge of this world. The novice got it. The novice looked at them and thought for a while. Couldn't really connect with the God, with the supernatural power and the grapes. So he thought for himself that yeah, he could have it, but he thought that who has been the most helpful person for him? He thought the monk at the gate, the doorman, was the most helpful for him, because the doorman had given him a good idea of life at monastery, had encouraged him to take part in the activities which happen in the monastery. The doorman had let the door open and had welcomed this new person into the monastery. He went to the doorman and he said, "Monk, you see that you have been extremely kind to me, extremely gentle to me, very helpful. You have been encouraging for my days at the monastery. I found this bunch of grapes from the head priest of our monastery and I would like to offer them to you." The monk at the door was amazed that something which he had given to someone has again come back to him. It could be just a string of events stitched together to give us a feeling that something which goes around comes around. Maybe this is not true. Maybe this is just a story. Yeah, it's beautiful. It just illustrates the point that what we give to someone, it comes around to us in some other form. There are many stories around it, all anchored on the concept of karma. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna tells Arjuna about this focus. There is a whole chapter dedicated, and several parts of this entire text is dedicated to this concept of karma, being nice, focused on the moment that is live at this point in time. How can you do your best? How can you focus on it? And how can you be good to others? If you are rude to someone, someone will be rude to you after a while. Of course, there are arguments. In our lives, we encounter so many times that people, without any reason that you can attribute, suffer. There are people who you know that aren't really doing the best of their deeds, are enjoying, are getting good benefits, are getting good results. So then you start questioning this concept of karma. Is there really something which says that as you sow, so you reap? Does it happen in practical life? You start doubting about it. But the fact is, many people have explained that the fact is, something that you are suffering today is an experience of suffering is possibly because of something which was done in the past, or maybe that one would have suffered much more and the suffering has reduced. We don't know. There are many things in this world which are not in our control. Yet we have to live this life. If you believe to be good to others, if you help someone, if you forgive others, You are helping others without the expectation of being helped in return. You are saying good things to others genuinely without having an expectation that that person, the person who's receiving good words from you, would give back good words to you. Then these are good deeds. We have to keep doing these good deeds in life. If you believe in this principle that good deeds always will give us good results. We can't get results all the time for the things that we do today and at this point in time. The results that we experience today may not be the output or an impact or the result of the work that we did today. It could be for some work, some deed, some action that we have taken some time ago. So that's the concept. I believe in this principle of what goes around comes around. So ladies and gentlemen, my dear young friends, I hope you find this teaching embedded in this story is interesting and you reflect on it. Thank you very much. Look forward to our future conversations. Thank you.